Locate the pet door rough opening on the wall interior using these three important requirements. Make every effort to avoid any utility interference in the wall cavity, such as electrical, plumbing, gas lines, and so forth. Locating tools are available to assist, yet there's not any sure way to identify where any and all of these obstacles are. Therefore, proceed with extreme caution when penetrating the wall. Certain clues, such as a nearby receptacle or hose bib, suggest a hazard, but if you have any uncertainty, contact a professional. In some cases, some of these obstructions can be relocated by a professional of that trade. Secondly, verify stud spacing. And finally, locate rough opening at the proper height off of the floor. This is important for easy pet access so that the pet doesn't have to slump to pass through. After you've found a wall location that you believe is clear of hazards, locate studs and stud spacing with the stud finder. Here's one. And here's the next. Measure between the two, and this appears to be a standard clearance of 14.5 inches. If it were less than that, then you may need to consider another location, unless you're installing one of the smaller doors that would fit within that clearance. Before I use my template to outline the opening, I first need to locate its place on the wall. That's 23 inches up from the floor, as we identified earlier for Paul. And I'll pick this hidden stud on the right as one side of the rough opening. But I need to locate that exactly before I can position the template. For this illustration only, I'm going to mark the approximate inner edge of this stud. Even though you're convinced that you have a safe rough opening location, you still want to proceed cautiously before jabbing a saw in the wall and possibly into hidden wiring or another hazard. Instead, I'll expose this opening safely by tapping a block of wood through the drywall. I'll start a few inches below the top mark, near the edge of the stud, to find the exact location of the stud edge. There it is. Now I can align the right edge of my template with the exact inner edge of the stud, plumb it up with a level, and slide it to align with the top mark. Now I can outline the template with a pencil. Gradually continue accessing the cavity, staying well within the outline, until you know the cavity is clear of hazards. Be very careful of exposed nails and creepy things when you reach inside. Now that I know all is clear, I'll cut out most of the opening, but still shy of the outline, except along the exposed stud on the right, where I'll cut it flush. You can cut the exact outline now if you want, but I prefer to use the final framing as a cut guide, as you'll see later. For that reason, I still need to cut a reference point down to the bottom line now. Remove the insulation from the top all the way down.